Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say hello. Welcome. Welcome to a very special edition of ASHJFORD GARLEY Live on Bridge Radio Africa. Listen, we will suspend the original theme song. The song you are listening to now will be our theme song until election day. So beginning tonight, every time we come on, this is the song you will hear, listen to. I saw something today that I haven't seen in Liberia. Since I got involved into Liberian politics. When you talk about change, when you speak to your people, and want your people to listen to you, when your people finally listen to you, then you begin to shed tears. I saw people shed tears today. I heard people express themselves today. I saw their body language today. Just yesterday, people from the opposition were insulting me. Today, people from CDC were insulting me also. What does that say about me? Where do I turn now, folks? When the opposition sees me as a person who is a sellout, and then the CDC also sees me as a person who is also a sellout. only God can judge men, folks. Oh man, the way Josh Weird and the CDC people deal with me today on their radio station, simply because I was telling the people what we were saying firsthand. And I can't blame that, because yesterday the same people from the opposition were dealing with me, because we are bringing a different type of journalism. Just because you are not used to this style of journalism, it doesn't mean that we are supporting or we are against. Bridge Radio Africa, we are building bridges. We didn't come to LIBERIA to burn our bridges. No. I felt comfortable the other day when I went to the T5 campaign, because I didn't go there with hidden agenda. I went there with an open mind. And when I did what I had to do, because of their own selfish initiative, their own selfish plan, they decided to make me look like I was endorsing them. The same thing I did with the Dawah Dillon campaign today. And what I saw today at the Dillon campaign, get ready. The Liberian people are not stupid. The Liberian people, I told you, few weeks before coming to Liberia, I said, listen, don't protest. Go vote. The Liberian people are ready to go vote. I saw them today. I saw the desperation in their eyes. I saw the desperation in their body language, folks. You can only go too much. You can only go so far. When the people tell you they are tired, they are tired. Our new team song day, between now until election day, and every day will come live. Things that you can't see will make you see them, and will make you to hear them on Bridge Radio Africa. The ball now is in your court. Who is paying ASHJFORD for what he's doing now? ASHJFORD is working for Liberia. He's working for the Liberian people. He's not working for George Weah. He's not working for the opposition. My people, any dirty water can put a fire out. It is left with you now to go to Cash App or go to Zelle or even get a star and support Bridge Radio Africa. I need to drink some water too. They bought the call Volcano Shelter or Volcano Shelter. Need to drink some water too. We use our own money to buy equipment. So anything you get, anything God lay on your heart, we'll do. I'm telling you, by way of introduction, folks, please allow me to borrow the wordings of the wise man. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. The heart of a man is never known until he rises, because there's no second chance to make that first impression. Don't see okra and swallow bone, because you can't hide your nakedness from beefing pocket. When God bless you, don't see that medicine. When white men know you friend black man. Trust no shadow in the dark. Folks, Jere, c'est tout pas yege. Jabon play on anje. Ko me on chreji. We no muzu ni won je ma dobo to jrai ajo ade wa po. Boro blind. Pa de koyo. Boro say the way Wayne Shenzoni Nyiro yo mo jimi ajre ne mo nyanza mama na gwa jimi. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Merci pour votre contribution et merci pour votre invitation. Abariago, Amane Akoja, Nagadef, make it different, man. Last time when I call you, not be sure how you did give me. You don't tell me, say your mama don't sick. And now you know, man. The medicine of the microphone, the golden voice of Liberia, the brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than a lion. Ash for the giant, the now you know me, Garley. Welcome. Mr. John Way, Nadia the Mafole, Maduopila son, Maduopila son, Moses Yimpan. There's a lot of folks in the building tonight. Matthias coming. Nasibi. Jerry. Dugli. Waka Koli. Agba Mobolo. Agba Mobolo, it's been a long time, my brother. How's everything? I'm pretty sure you're having a great time tonight. Smith Dawier, as always. Listen, let me take time out to recognize Smith Dawier and Mrs. Euphemia Bura Fassaman. These people have taken the time to visit Cash App just for Bridge Radio Africa. Trey Street, how you doing? Marion Sandy, Vendel Campbell, what's up, my sister? You good? Everything okay? And designer said Nimne, Afra B Cowboy, Israel C Israel, Folk by Tiller, Cecilia Kamara, Miriam Hill, Ruth Roberts. Bang back. Joshua Momolo, James Molly White, John Fowler, Adolphus Cooper, Jerry Dudley again, Comfort Dolo, Fidel Joe, Garmin Flomo. How you all doing tonight? Well, folks, not to take up your time, like I said, this song that you're listening to now, we'll play this song every night until election day. Listen, I will not tell you who to vote for. Vote for Liberia. When you support Thomas Fowler, when you support Darius DeLong, listen, It is your responsibility to make a choice as to who you want to vote for. Just the other day, people talk about me like market dog because we as journalists are so curious. We're curious to the point, and we sometimes wonder whether or not the cheese stuck to the milk in the refrigerator. And we want to go anywhere and feel comfortable. And I felt comfortable the other day when I went to the T5 campaign. I was not thinking about anything. I was not thinking about people harming me. And I felt the same way today when I went to the Darrell Dillon campaign. But the difference between the T5 and the Dillon campaign, the T5 campaign was telling the people, I will do this for you when you vote for me. They went on to make promises. How many of the children are not in school? Who owes school fees? Will pay a school fee for the rest of the year. When you go to the Dillon campaign, Dillon is talking about putting system in place. They don't say, me, I ain't get money. And none of the other people who say they will do this for you and do that for you. But I can tell you that things that you don't know about, the money we make in the Senate or in the legislature, I will tell you how much money we make. And the money is so plenty, I will only take $5,000. The rest, I will give it back to the district. Give it back to the county. And Senator Dillon told the Liberian people, told Liberia for the first time how much the senators they were making. We never knew how many people were making. It was Darrell Dillon who said that. Oh, and also within Dillon, and also within T5. By just giving you the things as we see them and as we hear them. Today, what we saw, you know that the Liberian people are angry. You can do so much to Liberia and to the people of Liberia. When they tell you, say, enough is enough, the thing I saw today, after the election on December 8th, when Darrell Dillon ended up winning, Darrell Dillon will start thinking, not only as a senator now, but he wants to take it one step further. Because the big opposition politician today, what Darrell Dillon did, I haven't seen them doing it before. And you're not listening to somebody who is in America. You're listening to somebody who spent hours with the Dillon campaign today. The same hours I spent with the T5 campaign. I started up this morning, woke up 6 o'clock. Started at the United Party headquarters. Then I went to Liberty Party headquarters. And I went around the kid. Broad Street, Clarendon, Bartown, Freeport Junction, Gardnersville. I saw people using their own money to print the t-shirts. Something that people did for George Weah. I saw them doing it today for Dawes DeLong. Women, girls, boys, men. Not only did we hear them talk, but the energy from the body, the facial expression, the way they express themselves today. Look, the people answering questions from me, they won't fight. They won't get inside me. They won't get through the microphone. That's how pissed off they are with George Weah. That's how pissed off they are with this government. This is no joke. The last thing you want to do is to mess with the people of Liberia when they tell you, say, we are tired. You play football. You made a lot of money. You squander your money. You regain your wealth at the expense of Liberia and the poor Liberian people. And this is what we get in return. In a nutshell, this is the message the people were sending today. Oh, the other day they were happy. They saw ASHJFORD got taking picture with Thomas Fowler and Sir Joseph. Also today when I went to see what the people are saying about Dawes DeLong, then they go on George Weah radio station to say, oh, to cuss me out. Just how the Dawes DeLong people cussed me out the other day. Opposition cussing me. The ruling party cussing me. When you find yourself in that position, then you should tell God thank you. Let me bring in my co-host, folks. Volcano Shelton will join us now. V.
Well, listen, I'm joining you vicariously. All right, I'm here in Monrovia with you through the Spirit. But listen, man, it was a blast today. I saw a lot of the footages that you posted, and I think you're right. The Liberian people are sending a message, and I need not come in here tonight to analyze. You on the grounds, you know what happened. Let's start with the beginning of your morning, because for the first time you took pen, and I was risking your life. That tells you that
I couldn't get closer to the campaign without pen. I had to tell my driver, I said, park this car, get me a pen. Let me experience the thing that Liberian people go through every day. And I got on that pen with my fat self, hoping, look, then the driver said, hug me. I said, oh, man hugging man now. Then my brother got behind me. He hugging me too. I said, Teta, I let me better me. I let woman. Teta, how you hugging me? Look, the thing I'm telling you, my man. Because
let me tell you that if you rap payment for the first time and be sandwiched by two men, you'll be uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. I've had that experience. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, go ahead, Sheldon.
No, I said if you rap payment for the first time and you're sandwiched by two men, you'll be very uncomfortable.
Certain things that you do for the first time, when you are look, the out of desperation, when you're so desperate, the fear can go away. I wanted to be at the spot. I wanted to be there for myself. I said, listen, I didn't come here to just sit at home. They said that Darius Dillon boy will do something. Let us see what he has to do. And boy, when I got on that pin, and finally got to the headquarters of the Unity Party. When I first got there, the crowd was just building. We did what we had to do, and then we left and went to the Liberty Party headquarters and worked our way through downtown Broad Street, Valtown, and we found ourselves to Freeport. My brother, going along the Gardnersville Highway, everything came to a standstill. That's when I said, what is really going on? But the Liberian people spoke today. They spoke out of anger. Out of anger in the sense that you have senators, you have representatives, you have justices of the Supreme Court, you have a president that does not say anything. And the people, for the first time, they feel that Darius Dillon. Listen, Shelton, don't take my word for it. What I saw today, Darius Dillon has now become the new face of the opposition. The Liberian people so believe in this man. Some of them didn't even get a chance to see him today. I didn't see Darius Dillon today. Darius Dillon did not show up because of security reasons. I said at the point in time he was coming, he had to turn around. I said at the point in time they had to make it seem like he was in the premises, but he was not there.
When you say that this crowd that Darius pulled today as a senator, not even at the presidency level, is bigger than any crowd you ever seen in your lifetime in Liberian politics?
This is the biggest crowd I've ever seen in my presence when it comes to Liberian politics. Even in 1995, when Charles Taylor entered Liberia.
They remember.
When Charles Taylor entered Liberia in 1995, it has nothing on this crowd. Listen, man. Not only did I see the crowd, but I walked through the crowd.
You beheld the crowd.
I felt the crowd. And I felt what the people in the crowd were saying. I am not talking about somebody sitting in America or sitting in Europe and thinking about what the people are saying in Liberia. I'm talking about going through the crowd. Where I said that I had to get a little strong because the people were coming out going towards them because I wanted to videotape what I was saying. I had to put my feet down because I had to be strong to go against the crowd, to see what was going on. Women, men, children. And the beauty about the whole thing here is 95% of those in the crowd, teenagers, youth, anywhere between 18 to 22 years old. And these people are heavily involved into Liberian politics. They are the ones that are going to send the message. I am saying this to you, Shelton. What I saw today, Darius Dillon has instantly become the face of the opposition. The people are so desperate. They are so desperate for a change that they lack what Darius Dillon has said, what Darius Dillon is saying, and what Darius Dillon will do for Liberia.
I can tell because even the rain came down. So that tells you how much heat. That's
The
all you
rain
stand in the
came
rain.
down and flooded me. I had to go home and change to come back. And when I got home, I went to sleep. But because of what the people did today, I had to hurry to change and go back on the street. And I said to my driver, listen, park the car. Get me the pin. Let me go to the crowd.
So let me ask you quickly, because one of the concerns was whether there will be any kind of infiltration, violence from the opposition, meaning the government side. Uh, was it kind of free and fair in terms of the gathering? There was no hullabaloo. There was nothing like violence or anything.
Shelton, a few weeks ago, I said, do not protest. Go vote. I was attacked. Today, police people were trying to come through the crowd. But because of the people took to the street and said, listen, you police, you're not police, you got to go back. Guess what, Shelton? The police end up turning around. For the first time, this is where I saw police people turning around. They said, we want no trouble. And they turned around. Because the people were so involved. I mean, they flooded the street. And this time around, they say, you know what, we tired, man. Enough is enough. We can't take this anymore. And these people got in the street. And the police end up turning around. This is the same police that said they got tear gas, or they got hot water tank, and the police end up turning around, folks. The police end up turning around, shut up. When I saw that, I said, you know what? When Liberian men, when Liberian women, when the Liberian people get ready to make a statement, you don't have to advise them. They will just tell you, say, enough is enough. Listen, why at the headquarters of the Unity Party? I don't know what they don't know in terms of security, but they arrested few people with guns and they turned them over to the police. The people at the Dillon Cabinet said, we're here for peace. We're not here to make trouble. So those that were arrested with the guns, they are still going through investigation with the authority. But today, the rally was peaceful. People came out in support of their candidate. Darren Zenon is telling you, say, I want a system in place. If your life is better off, three years before George Weah came to power, then sit and do nothing. If things have turned out to be for the worst, then you need to make a statement. You can't find food for your children. You can't pay your students, your children's school fees. In this day and age, after 173 years, you don't have electricity. You don't have safe drinking water. You can't afford hospital bill. If your life is better off than what it was 3 years ago, then sit and do nothing. But if you know that you're struggling, then you need to make a statement. George Weah has planned to do everything to regain Monserrato, to get more seats in the Senate. But listen, something that can happen where the Liberian people will finally get a breather if they are already hurting is get more opposition senators. When that happens, you might have a shot at having this president impeached. But then, knowing our Liberian representatives and senators who are better driven and so greedy, how many people will even come close to Darren Dillon to say, you know what, They don't get it done. These people get up every day to think about themselves. They think about their children. They think about how many homes they can build. They don't give a damn about Liberia or the Liberian people. This is sickening, bro.
So this kind of crowd today, we have 3 missing boys. What happened here? This kind of crowd, they send a message because we don't want the story of these 3 young men to die. Ashford, we covered this story extensively. Where is this crowd?
The people you saw out today, they came out for so many different reasons. They came out for the 3 missing boys that we can't find. And they expressed that when I interviewed them. They came out today because
of the auditors.
People mysteriously died. Auditor mysteriously died, and you said it was carbon monoxide. They are raping innocent people. They are raping our daughters. Men are raping men. So these people came out today for so many different reasons, and they are so angry. Shut on. That was the statement that was sent today.
So I hope that all of this crowd pooling and all of that, Dylan shouldn't get complacent. He still has 2 more days to work, and I think the other campaign will do the same. Do you think that this elections, from what you've seen today, is really going to be free and fair?
Shelton, we're all hoping that this election will be free and fair. But any attempt by George Weah, any attempt by the commissioners, most of who are CDC commissioners, any attempt by them to tamper with these elections, it will be a problem. It will be a problem in Liberia. It will be a problem for the people of Liberia.
And the people
so if George Weah knows what I know, he better tell his people to be free, fair, and transparent. Don't mess with the Liberian people vote. Don't do that. And shut up, I'm in Liberia for this election. And I'm calling on President Weah now to please distance himself for anything that has to do with electoral fraud. Because the Liberian people will not take it seriously. They will not take it lightly. They will react. And they will react in a way that you haven't seen before. And what we saw today, the people took to the streets and said, you know what? We are going to do this. We are tired. They are killing people. They are raping people. They are stealing from us. You know what I mean? When people tell you, say we got money in the bank and we can't get close to our money? Because this government allegedly told the central bank not to give money out to the commercial banks. At least 4 months ago, they got a tip. It was a tip out that if you have money in the bank, go and take out your money now. Because as we get close to these elections, the government will instruct the central bank not to give out money. Only people within the ruling establishment, that the T5 and them, that the McGill, that the George Weah, that the Samuel Twe, those are the only ones who have access to money. My man, if I was not ASHFORD Garley, if I didn't have connection, you wouldn't have seen some of the video that you saw today. I would have stayed home. I have a V8 and I also have a small little Toyota or Camry. I couldn't get my hand around money from the ATM because everywhere you go, they tell you say the ATM is not releasing money. But thankfully, I'm the giant Garley. And I had the opportunity to not only go to begin our trail from the United Party headquarters, we went around the Cape and we saw what the Liberian people are feeling. And we heard them spoke. And they are telling us They are telling us that Darren Zellon is not only the future, but he's the light. And again, what I saw today, Darren Zellon has instinctively become the face of the opposition. Shut up.
So was there any prompt and pageantry around the celebration today, meaning speeches? Because you said Dallon did not come to address the crowd because of security reasons. Were there some of the stalwarts within the Unity Party, the Liberty Party, the CCP, PPP rather, and all these people? Did you see some credible people, reputable oppositions today?
The only person I saw was Bernard Ure. Bernard Ure was walking the crowd, going from one end. So when we saw Ure going towards Oro, we thought that Darren Zellon was heading in that direction. Then we passed by Ure and went around the cave. When we were coming back, we saw Ure coming back again. So we got confused. We said, where is Delon? The thing I'm telling you now is after 6, going to 7, going to 8. I said, I need to hurry and get to my hotel and get ready for the show tonight. But the people, the fact that they didn't see DeLong, they felt comfortable today. And some of the things that they felt comfortable about. The police is known to disperse the crowd. And today, they had the police to turn around. Look, shut up. The people took over the whole. Look, I couldn't tell whether George Weah is more powerful than Darren Zellon. I couldn't tell today. I mean, this boy, this skinny boy, because of the anger from Liberians, took over the entire city today.
What type of crowd was it? Was it predominantly young people or a mixture of everyone?
I would say 96.7% of the crowd, all young people. And the young people in Liberia are deeply involved into politics. The young people saw themselves, no, they saw themselves in Darren Zellon today. And said, this is a guy who played soccer, who went all over the world. This is a guy who says he loves Liberia. But here we are. They are raping our sisters. They are raping our brothers. People are getting killed. And this guy just sits and does nothing. Oh, and then when they heard that he was going to come to church today on the old road, they got even pissed off. You remember when we said last night that George Weah was going to come on the old road for church? Shut him. He had to make a change. It did a change and end up going to fuck it, clone church. And today, George Weah was preaching peace. 3 young men got killed. You never said anything about this. Bodies were found on Broad Street. And the next thing you said was, it could be boyfriend and girlfriend. And at the story, your justice minister and your information people ran with. What will it take for George Weah to periodically speak to his people? Your public works minister died. Yeah, let us say the man had pressure or something. But you have your chief of staff, the minister of state, coming on to say, oh, the people said that fish, that roster fish killed Maputi Yumpa. And the place they said the roster fish came from, y'all go and ask the people. I don't know who they advise these people, shut up. You think that would make anybody happy? The Liberian people? And yes, you talk about the crowd. 96.7% of the crowd. Young people between 18 and 21 years old. And they are fed up. I was shocked today. And I will play excerpts.
Because that's what I was about to ask you to do, to bring some excerpts quick. So that right now we're on Broad Street, as you can see the crowd behind us, but the crowd is not happy, you know. So bring some clips out. Let's see. Let our viewers and listeners kind of hear and see whatever crowd that you had to encounter today.
And again, if you're just joining us, Shelton, I think we deserve to ask the people to do what to do, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, my man. Listen, this technology is the most expensive thing.
Let her hit 1,000. Then we'll start playing what the people have to say today. Right now we are 989 people. Share the video. Let her hit 1,000. You know, and then we can play some clips from the people. Okay. In the meantime, Nathan Bernard, Liberia First, Victor Loken, George.
Victor Loken say he's in my corner tonight. Look, Victor, you inconsequential right now. I ain't thinking on you tonight.
You're ready to deal with me, my brother. It can't be easy. You know, the Liberian politics for you. You know,
I drink my honey tea.
I tell you, Kojo Note,
everybody in my corner.
Mohammed Bankadi and Mariaman, former deacon. Listen, share the video, get up 1,000, and we'll start to play some of the clips for you to hear from your brother and sister today. I know some of you saw the live video. Deborah Gibson, how you doing? Okay, Massa Towson, how you doing? Pennon Davids, how are you? Lawrence Lure, Rebecca Cover. Hey, Rebecca Cover, long time, my sister. How's everything? Safaya, John Banks. We are now 193. Give me 7 more shares. Hit 1,000 so you can hear from your brothers and sisters. Asana Badio, Gamen Flomo, Edith Wallace. Money Kishen, you call yourself my brother and you attack me. I mean, I was so disappointed. Money Kishen, you call me, we talk about everything, and then we hear something, you just went out, did a complete post on me. Hey man, that was not fair, man, Money. Smith Dawier, Darling Wawuk. Oh man. Prince Andrews. Wida, Amaji Bole, Gatlin Kennedy. Wait now, you get high here. You're going up and down. We're 988. If you can't hit 1,000, I'm not playing the clip. I'm telling you.
So actually, before you get to the clip, let's just talk about Tuesday. Are you gonna go to observe the elections itself?
Yes, I will. I will do that because I want to inform our voters. I want to inform the people who don't have the opportunities of being in Liberia. And there's going to be the responsibility of British Radio Africa to inform the people in real time as to what is going on in terms of the voting. Shelton, we have hit 1,000. Let me see if we can play some of these. Well, next time you vote for that person, you vote for that person. But if your life is better off what it was 3 years ago, take it to the God. Damn it. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. How you doing? I see you're so excited. Talk to us. Because of what? Amen.
Yes. So we are going to put the road there. We know that the road, that's the road, that's the road, that's the road. Okay. We are so tired. We are very tired. We are very qualified. But because we are not for you, so you are not employ us. And somebody you see compared to today.
Yeah.
We're going out there to work. What's going to come here in the future? You make any job for you. I am very qualified. I'm just spending enough money on me. Then they try to get on my public. You said no, because you were not public. So we put the dollars on there. Not for anything to keep just not to the fire. So that he can keep talking for us. Because we are serious. After Tuesday, he will know that that's going to be a very good team. On Tuesday.
George Weah is so confident that he will re-game Maserado. And you have been on a campaign trail. What have you seen that make you resolve that Darrell Zellon is in fact a guy?
First of all, the last time I met Senator today, he never went to campaign. We went to the ballot box and we voted him. We knew that he had made a character. He's so nice. He go on, he tell the Liberian people, there's something over there. That's how it was. Look at CDC that we know. CDC that we know. Why we saw yesterday, they can never defeat us. Just because he belongs to opposition, and opposition is second. Any 27 for Ipa for 12 years. We had Charlie Cochery, we have Sir Joseph, we have Joshua. This is our time. Our time for change. We must change this place.
Wow. What will you make of some of the folks who are saying Senator Dillon has been there just under 2 years? He waiting to be elected, and for 9 years he will become rich, and he will tell you he'll let people down.
When I rich man,
yeah.
The past 2 years, everybody has to be successful. The past 2 years, he's still living in the same house. He's actually still going to the same school for the people. So the reason why we want him to go there for 9 years. 2 years! If I go one of the people who stay 12 years. Yes. 2 years! If you listen to the debate, so who does you for? What are you lying for? Stop lying. You said that okay, fake. Okay, you're fake. You are not fake. We want fake.
I had an opportunity to visit the T5 campaign, and as we went along, I hear them saying, "Are your children in school? Tell them the whole year we pay their school fee. They just need to get their back, their copybook and uniform."
Nobody should intimidate any family. My son is in a Life International School. I pay 3,500. Why you think I'm taking that money from? Because I want better Liberia. I work for the UN. I work hard because I'm a fund to get me job because I say I'm for United Party. So we don't care what I say. You never pay the teachers. Teachers are not in school. But not going to school to teach the children. Preschool, what they ask for preschool. But teachers are not on time.
No, but Sir Joseph, who is a campaign manager for T5, he said they will pay the teacher.
Some says for 9 months, 12 months. You see, Achipoko said, because disrespect, other people started disrespecting him. He couldn't live up to your obligation. We are not here for it. But we should be above now. Look at Sarah Lou right here. We say crying, we sit on the purpose of the
Okay, we have a president who said he loved this country. We have a president who called the ECOWAS, called the United Nations and said, my country is bleeding during the war, and the people came. Today, we have a president who have missing young men. People are getting killed mysteriously, and the president is silent.
If you said you are not of this country and you went to the UN and talk to the UN for peace to be in this country, why can you talk to the people to release our brothers, our 3 messy brothers? Why will you kill all the time professional people and President Victor is not a unifier war? He's not a peace for me. If he has a peace for me, he will stand up. Look at somebody for 9 months to get back some policy session and you have 3 months over there. You can talk to them, you can go to the police, and you can go to see what's there.
People are crying. People are crying at the fish market as Darrell Zellon was sitting on top of his car. Some of them never touched him before. They never seen him before. Why are they crying?
because she told me she got a order just one call. He can talk. I never knew the people having 80,000, 50,000, 20,000. Now what she know, she not said it. So she said, when they got still on that, let me tell you what's up. So I go there. We must choose this. 3 boys, the parents, our son, Mr. Pablo, America, what down, however,
Short people are asking, show the video. But these people said to me, Ashford, we work for the government. We are wearing masks because when they see our faces, we will lose our jobs. People said to me that Ashford, we are qualified. We can't get jobs because we found ourselves in the opposition. Before George Weah, whether you disagree or agree with the previous administrations, they will give you a job when you are qualified. But it's all about which hand. You have to be a lawyer to George Weah. You heard the vice president when she said, this is our time. When you want to get a position in this government, you have to join the CDC. So professional men at Volcano Shorten, professional men that ask for the giant GARLEY, who can change the media landscape in the country. You can't get a job because of what? When you professionally, when you constructively criticize the people, they see you as enemy and you will not get job. This is what we are facing. Ladies said to me, Mr. GARLEY, please don't show my face. I am wearing masks today because I work for the government. And when they see my face, I will get fired. But we are tired. Now, most of the people that you see passing around say they're there for T5 or they're there for George Weah, you'll be surprised. And that's what we are asking George Weah to tell his people. We are asking the National Election Commission to please make sure that these elections are free, fair, and transparent. Because you can push the Liberian people so far. And when you continue to push them in the wrong way, I know people say, we're tired of war, we're tired of bad things happening. Don't rule that out. When the people are frustrated and when they're sick and tired of seeing more and more of the nonsense that we are witnessing, something will happen. Shatan?
You're right. Listen, we had Patrick Horner the last time here on air with us, and he was very clear. He doesn't sympathize with Dwight Howard Taylor. You know, a vice president would make such a statement. That's why the guy are now in the closet. She can barely say anything. Her own, statement is now playing on her. But it's unfortunate. I think Liberia is for everyone. Every Liberian, when I use the word everyone, and every Liberian who has the competencies, the qualifications you have a stake in the development of Liberia. You don't have to be for a specific group of people or a political party or the powers that be or the power, of the folks in power. Once you have the competencies, the qualification to contribute to your country, you should be given that opportunity. And if these folks see this change in Darius Dillon, then I think it's going to change the landscape. And you're right. I see why people are jittery, people are anxious, people are nervous, and it's on both sides. Don't get me wrong. The opposition, we have Mr. Cummings here the other day. He didn't think this election is going to be fair, but he also understands the unintended consequences, some of the things that could come as a result if this election was rigged or there were foul plays and probable foul plays that everyone will see glaring. So it's on both sides of the spectrum,
And the thing here is, most of the supporters from Dillon are saying if they don't win anything less than 300,000 votes, they'll be surprised. They think anything within the range of 300,000 and above, that's not going to happen for Darius Dillon. Because, hey, they are resolved. They're tired. They're tired. These people, according to the supporters of Dillon, are not addressing the issues. Are not concerned about the missing young men. They are not concerned about the mysterious deaths. They are not concerned about underage girls being raped. It's all about getting the next dollar for themselves.
And those are critical elections issues. Very critical elections issues.
Thank you. You know, it's all about themselves. It's all about what they can grab. And some of these people, like I always say, Shelton, never earned $100 a month in their life. Today, they are all over the place with a short-term success or successes and think all is well. When you listen to men that Nathaniel McGill said to you that I can talk to anybody, I can talk to the ex-rebel because they are Liberians. What he should have said was, take the ex-rebels or those who find themselves in the position of the Zokos for rehabilitation so that they can rejoin the society. You know, there are a lot of Liberians, not only in Liberia, but in America, that never went for counseling. And today, when you hear them write on Facebook, you sometimes wonder whether, what kind of school they went to, because the kind of way they think. Look at the generation that went through the war. How many of them went for counseling? How many of them went for rehabilitation? But these people continue to get mixed up in society. They are having children. Their children are having children. And sometimes you wonder why they would think the way they think, why they would do things the way they do things, because they don't have that opportunity to be rehabilitated. This is messing up the country. Sheldon?
Did you ever think about the referendum? Was there any discussion during your interviews with folks, and how are they looking at this whole referendum thing on the ballot, and whether they're going to vote for it? You know, because those of us in the diaspora, and many of Liberians, including the George Weah, the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who themselves have, you know, citizenships of other countries, and then they continue to play like the, you know, pure Liberians. It's concerning, you know. Liberians want to be a part of the country's destiny, whether they became citizens of other countries. And I think that's a critical piece on the referendum. So do you think that people are looking at it?
What I heard about 8 propositions of the referendum, I have not seen it, but 2 of the 8 that I heard the president talk about was the reduction in the presidential tenure. And he also talked about citizens. He said, my son, Timothy, you know, is a Liberian because I'm his father. There are other Liberians who went to America because of economic reasons. So I want you to vote yes for dual citizenship. I want you to vote yes for the other stuff I talked about in terms of the reduction of the tenure of the presidency. But I have not gotten my hands around the rest of the propositions of the referendum. And people on the other side are saying, listen, we need more exposure when it comes to the referendum. We can't just jump shift and say, you know what, go and vote for this now and right away. So the people on the other hand, when I got a communication from the National Election Commission and say, you have the obligation to vote no or vote yes on the referendum. And we at Bridge Radio Africa will say the same to you. It is your responsibility to vote yes or to vote no when it comes to the referendum. Again, we have to revisit. I have not seen the referendum, at least the 8 propositions, so I can't come here definitively to tell you as to how to vote.
So what's going to happen if some of the folks go to the elections on Tuesday and leave that part of the ballot empty? What's going to happen? A nay or a yay? What's going to happen? What do you think?
Listen.
Do you think that those elections commissioners will then be filling up, as they please? Because it's important, like you said, yes or no, rather than leave it blank, right?
That's right. Again, you had the president saying that he would encourage you to vote yes. And at the same time, you said those who don't want to vote yes can vote no. Those who don't want to touch it at all can leave it blank. But we got a tip off the other day that you go to the poll to vote for Darius DeLong, to vote for ADT, and you check mark ADD. It is alleged now that they have a system put into place that when you check yes for ADD, it was some way, somehow turned out invalid. Now we are asking National Election Commission to revisit all the invalid votes because we want this thing to be free, fair, and transparent. When somebody vote for this person and that vote turned out invalid, we want you to go back and revisit that invalid vote to tell us what really happened. Because at the end of the day, if you say you are popular, if you say that you want to do this in the interest of the Liberian people, and you mean well for the country, there should be no reason why you should tamper with the votes.
Wow, listen, actually, let's hope for the best for Liberia, whether Dillon or T5. I continue to stand resolute on the issues here regarding our country. I have said it over and over and very succinct that I do not have hate in my heart for anyone who's in leadership. What I have hate for when they fail to do what they're supposed to do, especially when the sounds are everywhere, and we'll see if they're going to make a difference for Liberia, whether opposition or whether pro, meaning government. But yes, let's look at this topic you brought up earlier. Let's go back to it. You talked about President Weah being a little, nervous because he must get Maserati at all costs, for fear of impeachment, possible impeachment. How much of this discussion is ongoing in circles that you found yourself since you went to Liberia?
Well, the thing here is the president is not big on accountability. When you have the president who...
Could you lower the volume a little bit, just a little bit?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
The president is not big on accountability. When you have a president who has the boss of the LACC, who is not a Liberian, the senators went and exposed this gentleman, and the president still has him as the chairman of LACC. That means you're not ready to be accountable to the Liberian people. This is concerning. You have a president who is entrusted with the government, with the Liberian people funds, and he refused to declare his assets. Those are things that you think about. You have a president who made a lot of money when he played professional soccer, and he squandered his money for reasons best known to himself. Because the Liberian people are so gullible, he became president. He said, send the both people giving us hard time. Let us just put somebody there. And in their thinking, in their mind, that this man lost the country. And the fact that he delivered for Liberia on the soccer pitch, you try and elect him. He comes to power. He took the responsibility to regain his wealth at the expense of Liberia and the poor Liberian people. And Shetan, this is what we get in return. This man broke down his old home, rebuilt them. At some point in his presidency, flew private jet at the expense of Liberia. He has properties all over the country, to the point even now it is alleged that his brother-in-law, the brother of his wife, was given land in the southeast to dig gold and diamond, to the point where his brother-in-law is bragging now that they have lots of land. They can come and dig golds.
Wow.
And take the resources out of the country. After 173 years, I'm not blaming George Weah for us not having electricity, but you came and said, you know what? I love Liberia and I love the people of Liberia. No light. Shut up. Businesses are shutting down in this country because the business owners are saying they can't afford to buy fuel oil for the generators. It's so frustrating. This country is such that when you are in power and you're doing business, your business will succeed. But in the event where you get out of power and the regime changes, they will witch hunt you. Today, I'm not going to call names, but I have people that were in position to do businesses. Today, their businesses are all shut down because of witch hunt. You have the potential to do business, to employ Liberians, but because you are not telling George Weah that you love the thing he's doing for the country, they'll go after you. And if I ASHJFORD GARLEY have to be the one to tell George Weah, say yes, even though you're doing bad, but you're doing good, then I don't have to live in Liberia. I'm telling you, I will not see black and call it white. I'm just not that kind of person. I'm not a coward. So if you think that I'm not that type of person, you know how many people have talked to me and say, my man, you could do well for this government. You could do well for this country. You want to meet with the president? You want to meet? Listen, I am not interested in meeting with the president. I am interested in the president meaning well for Liberia. Shetan, you know and I know. Where we sit today, we are comfortable because we pay our dues. We went to America and work hard. I can stay here in Liberia for the next 6 months. I will not want for anything. I will not suffer. For the rest of my life, I am getting paid every month for the rest of my life because I pay my dues in America. And I don't envy the people who stay here in Liberia that have their own homes and everything. I bought my first home in 2003. Today I live in a home that is paid off in America. I can leave and come out to the States. After 6-7 months, I'll get open the door and enter my house. Because we established that foundation. When you believe in principle, when you become consistent and believe in yourself and work hard on yourself, and the rest is history. Shelton, we are out of time. We're out of time now, but go ahead because we are going to do this until the election. And the team song, the new team song now between now and the election, we'll continue to play this song. Go ahead.
So this is what I wanted to say. People are amassing wealth, but those are short term. Take for instance, White Flower right in Congo Town. It's a haunted house right now. When you pass White Flower, it's like a haunted house. Take for instance, go to Bentor, President Torbo's house. Just the other day, Daniel Rogers was there with his program, Liberia Under the Microscope. The dream house of President Torbo in Bensonville is in shambles. The house of President Dole in Tucson is in shambles. The palaces of Saddam Hussein are all in shambles. The palaces of Muammar Gaddafi. So I still don't understand why people continue to do the same thing over and over and over. You know, when you get wealth on the expense of the masses, the struggling masses, the sweat, blood, and tears of people die for some people to be rich. But in the same token, take what you gain and give back to the people. Don't just have it all for yourself. You understand me? And that's what's happening. Liberians, this is the moment to wake up. It doesn't change if you don't change it. But I just wanted to say this because, as I said, those people who thought they had it all, yet till a White Flower there is sitting there in big fence, but he even died. That's like the door house in Tucson that framed. President Torbo house in Bensonville, that's framed. You know, all of those wealth they amassed, and many of the people who previously were in government, they have the houses still sitting with nothing. And again, people are doing it, and it seems as though it's a vicious circle. No one gets the message. You cannot squander what belongs to the people, the masses.
Now, I will not say the Taylor house is a haunted house. He has one of his wives.
But listen,
in the house. It's just that the house so big that I don't know whether or not you can afford the electricity in the house.
That's what I'm saying. The house, when I say haunted house, meaning the house is irrelevant. The famous White Flower where no one could cross in front. After 7 o'clock, you gotta go come down back road. Eh? You know the story? But where are those people? Where are those people? Why people can't learn? Power is temporary. Power and wealth, they're all temporary. I don't care how you put it. We're all gonna die, we're all gonna leave this earth. Don't get your wealth at the expense of the ordinary people. The suffering of the ordinary people. There are people who go to bed every day, don't have food to eat, and they pray and they cry on the government. You understand me? And it's happening right there before you. The people who came out today, some of them were hungry, but they wanted to be a part of history making. That's what they don't have food tomorrow to eat, but they wanted to be a part of history making.
That's right.
You will not be in your comfort forever. Your comfort does not last forever. Especially when you don't get it by your sweat, blood, and tears. When you get it through corruption, when you get it through the downtrodden masses. Those things are temporary. And we've seen them over and over in time immemorial. I've just named two of the greatest, biggest dictators of the world, Muammar Gaddafi. Palaces. Saddam Hussein. Palaces. Those buildings, those structures are all in shambles. We need to wake up, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Shelton. Again, we are going to be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow will be very big because tomorrow morning I am going out to get views from voters as to who they are going to be voting for on Tuesday. Tuesday is a big day for Liberia. The president is scared. The president is worried. The president has at least about 25 iPhones. That any gossip that comes up on Facebook, he will be one of the first people to know about it. When the justice minister called this president to say, I want to say this, he would tell the justice minister, I already know about it. The justice minister religiously listened to this program. Today, he sent me a text. He said, Ashford, I was listening to the program with my 7-year-old daughter. When somebody made you angry and you said a cuss word, and I apologized to him. And that's when you said, we have got to be very careful. This platform is not just a small platform. Even though we get frustrated sometimes, we have got to be very careful about some of the things that we say. And I said to Musa then, hey, big brother, I'm sorry. But I was just frustrated the way the man you call president, the way he treated my country, and the people who he has surrounded himself with, the Sir Joseph, the Tifa. And I'm still calling Sir Joseph and Tifa today to open and apologize to me. Sir Joseph sat himself down last night on one of the local platforms to say thank you to Jamal Wolokoli for endorsing the campaign. But why he didn't say, and some of you who are saying that I'm a sellout, why you didn't ask Sir Joseph the question whether Astro got to endorse the Tifa campaign? And my hand ain't no my mouth. If I did so, I was going to tell you that. Or Sir Joseph and Thomas Fowler, you people are saying are for it. If you don't come out to apologize to me, I will deal with you. I will deal with you.
Listen, Ashford, you already clarified. You ain't got to even go.
No, I mean, beside the clarification, you go to some other platform that I built. I built that platform single-handedly. The clown who owns that platform, does not even know Liberia. He never even knew how to get around in Liberia. I built that damn platform. For these people to come here and disrespect people. This is not fair. This doesn't make any sense. And I think they have got to realize that we work very hard for repetition for us to be in this position. Shut on your final words.
Well, we're going to be here tomorrow night, hopefully, that we're covering the elections in Liberia. Again, I think the voters have spoken by the demonstration and turnout on both sides of the campaign. Thomas Fowler has had his own crowd. Today, Darius Dillon had his own crowd. But we look forward to a free and fair elections. We want to implore the Elections Commission to do everything in its power to ensure that. You want to say something?
No, I was telling my brother.
Okay. We want to implore the Elections Commission to ensure everything they do would be the will of the people. Let the ballot speak. Let the people ballot speak. Please do not cheat. Do not rig the elections. Do not fraud. Do not do anything that would create any tension in the country. We're sure that these elections can be free and fair. And we know that if the Elections Commission stand credible, this can happen. So we want to thank all of the Liberian people who are on both sides of the aisle to turn up and vote for change or for consistency. Ashford?
Thank you, Shelton. And we'll be right back here tomorrow night on the eve of election night with the folks, and we'll give them the information as we see and hear them. All right?
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll be talking about the burning of the cars in Cape Mount. We're going to touch on that.
Right. And the candidate from the CDC side, Mr. Watson, promised to talk to us, but he's trying to gather more facts, you know, and this is what we're going to do. Thank you, Chef.
Good night, bro.
Basi yomplo. Se womplo rana jako me ochreji. Wole no muzo ne wonye madobo. Aponyi so azuo. Yeah. Fast is my way.
That's what.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just so you know, you're live on the radio. Everybody hearing you now. People hearing from Grand Gidel. So you're live on the radio because I'm still on the air.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you finished.
Okay. When I finish, I'll call you. Let me finish, I'll call you by yeah. And please allow me to borrow the warnings of the wise man. As always, folks, tough times don't last. Tough people do. The heart of a man is never known until he rises, because there's no second chance to make that first impression. Don't see okra and swallow bone, because you can't hide your nakedness from bathing bucket. When God bless you, don't say that medicine. Trust no shadow in the dark. When you see crawfish come from underneath the water and say the crocodile is sweating, don't say that lie. Folks, we will be back tomorrow night. The medicine of the microphone. The golden voice of Liberia. The brother who doesn't eat iron, but he's definitely stronger than a lion. As for the giant, the broadcast commissioner, and now you know me, GARLEY. Have a good night.
Thank you.